Hello and welcome. I'm Maddie Kuhn. I am one of the nutritionists and the head coach here at Homemade Method, and I am joined by the lovely Lydia Edwards, who has been with us in the program since April of this year, 2023. Hello, Lydia. Thank you for joining me.
Hello, it's nice to be here.
Yeah, wonderful. So I'd love to get started telling your story, just sharing if you could share a little bit about where you were at with your weight and blood numbers prior to joining the program.
When I started the program, I was 180 pounds. Um, my A1C was 6.5, and my blood pressure was running around 185 over 97, I believe. So it was up there. It was pretty high.
Yeah. So it sounds like you had some work to do. How were your energy levels?
I was pretty tired, most of the time, and I was really, very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable.
Yeah, lots of pain and inflammation.
Yes, very much so, very
Yeah.
much so.
So brutal. Really affects the quality of life. And also a lot of pain makes you really tired.
Yes, it does.
It uses up a lot of your energy. Um, I'm so sorry you're experiencing those things. Would you share a little bit about how you were eating prior to joining us?
Um, well, I was trying to be healthy,
Mhm.
make healthy choices. I was doing, um, most of my, meal prep myself. But, I really didn't know what I was doing. So, that wasn't really getting me any results that were being helpful.
Yeah. You also have mentioned to me before that you just don't like cooking,
No, I
which
don't. I really don't. So
which
the
is
whole idea of, like, making anything that involved too much of anything, um, it was like, "Oh, no." I just really I would dread it. It was just and then the whole idea of what it is you're going to make just it was overwhelming.
yeah, the age-old question of what's for dinner can feel really
Yes.
daunting to a lot of people. And like even going grocery shopping, it's just like, oh no, I don't want to cook. I don't want to grocery shop. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And so we can fall into habits that don't necessarily serve us, even if we're putting our best foot forward to be healthy.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can resonate with that. I feel like I've heard that many, many times from people who are just joining our program or not sure if it's the right fit. Like, I hate to cook. What do I do?
What do I do? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you're a great example of how you can take this and turn it into something amazing. Because you've had such incredible results in the program. And I kind of want to just get right to it. You've really astounded us at your consistent progress working towards your goals. And so let's talk a little bit about those results. You've joined right in April of this year. It's about 6 months ago as of today. And would you share how much weight you've lost so far?
Well, I'm down to 132, and, I'm really excited about that. I I didn't even realize that I was really losing the weight, though, until my clothes started to end up on my ankles.
Your pants just fell right off.
Yes,
Yeah.
it did. I put my cell phone in my pocket and my pants fell down.
Oh, that's so sweet and endearing. I love that. You've
I
lost
was like,
four.
"Oh, I think I need some other pants."
Yes, girl. Oh, you've lost 48 pounds so far, which is really impressive. That's about 2 pounds a week for anyone who's trying to do the math. Over 6 months, 48 pounds lost. That's 2 pounds a week. So it's like really incredibly healthy. It's at a slow pace. So your body can always recalibrate, which it sounds like it has. You mentioned that about every 10 pounds or so, you kind of hit this little plateau where your body kind of stop losing weight for a little bit and
Yes,
then would pick back up and you'd start losing weight again after, maybe it was a couple days, couple weeks, depending on the time. But
yes.
which is so natural. I think a lot of people can get caught up and get worried that like, oh my gosh, my body's plateauing when it's really just your body kind of taking a moment to be like, I've just shed 10 pounds. Like, I need to figure out how to rework all my systems. And then it starts to function much more smoothly because it's starting to heal. It's experiencing way less stress in all your organs. And oh, it's just incredible. I love it. I'm so proud of you. And I was saying to you before we started recording how beautiful you look because your face looks, I would have never guessed that you had 50 pounds on extra. You look gorgeous. You look like so healthy and honestly like not a lot of extra skin, which can come with really quick weight loss. So you look amazing, Lydia.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. Um, so 48 pounds for anyone who's trying to think about what that looks like. It sounds like this was like close to like how many sizes have you dropped?
I have actually gone from a size 16 to, well, I'm wearing an 8 now, but they're starting to fall down.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So, yes, no,
You're
I'm now
shopping in a
probably,
whole different section.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Have you been able to like get rid of some of your old clothes and just be like, that is if that is no longer me.
Um, I I've put them away. I
Okay.
have not gotten out of the house, but I have put them away.
Maybe
Um,
a future step.
yeah, that will be a future step
Yeah.
because um I'm not somebody who buys things very often to wear,
Yeah.
and I have certain things that I had really liked. So
Yeah.
it was like, oh dear, what am I going to do now?
Yeah. I mean, some of them you can always, if you sew or you have a local seamstress, you can always have things taken in.
Yeah, which
Um,
I did that for a while. I was like, all that my shirts and things, I would like be stitching up the sides of them or that type of thing. But there's certain things that you just really can't make that much of an adjustment.
no, a size 16 to a size 8 is a big jump. So some things maybe you can just in the future you can let go of and welcome new clothes
Hmm.
if and when you're ready. Wonderful. So let's talk about some of your other results. You mentioned you joined and you had a 6.5 A1C,
Yes.
which means you are type 2 diabetic. And you never went on medication for this,
Yeah.
but you've been able to reduce your A1C significantly, essentially reversing type 2 diabetes completely. And so, where's your A1C at today?
Right now it's at a 5.1. And according to the results, it says that I am not at risk for diabetes with that number.
No,
So
you're in normal range.
yes,
It's
so I'm
incredible.
very, very happy to see that. Very
Oh,
happy.
yes,
Yeah.
which I'm so proud of you because not only will this help you, you know, heal your body in general is like really blood sugar management is at the basis of so many things. It's got a deep correlation to cholesterol levels, how you can protect your heart, your energy levels, your ability to be healthy and heal from anything from a simple cut to like serious virus. So I am just so thrilled that you've gotten your A1C down into normal range. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to help your body heal as a whole. So proud of you.
I'm very excited. Mhm.
Yeah. And the fact you've been able to avoid medication entirely is awesome. It is incredible. So huge shout out to working with your doctor to do this natural way and to trust your body in the process. Let's talk about a little bit about your blood pressure. That was one of the things that you had entered the program with elevated blood pressure.
Yes, that was a big concern. It had, uh, well, yeah, it was pretty high, and they did start a medication on that.
Hmm.
I did, the first medication they put me on, I had a very bad reaction to, so they stopped that. And they did put me on a low dose of another medication that seemed to help a little bit. It brought it down somewhat, but now my blood pressure has been running pretty consistently for mm, I would say at least 2 months now at 116/80. So we're looking at, possibly at my next doctor visit to, discontinue the medication.
Yeah! That's
Mhm.
so great. I can't wait to celebrate with you on that one. It's gonna be really awesome. Um, so next on the list of amazing results is inflammation reduction, pain reduction. I'd love for you to talk a little bit about how this has affected like your life in general. I know that you mentioned you're walking and you're able to have energy for all your beautiful rambunctious grandchildren that we were chuckling about earlier.
Yes.
How is this feeling for you?
Um, it's just feeling amazing. Um, when I started the program, I, I really wasn't moving too much. I did have a walker, and, I started out by taking short walks with the walker, and my goal was to eventually get to a mile. And as time went on, I got further and further through the neighborhood, and I gradually went from the walker to a cane, and now I do not use the cane, I just walk, and I'm walking 2.5 miles a day. So that's amazing. Just simply I'm ecstatic about that.
Yeah, good. I'm so proud of you. It's incredible. This is, I'm sure, has helped with your blood sugar management and just feeling like maybe a little bit more like yourself again.
Mhm.
Being able to have
Yeah,
that independence and that like a little bit of freedom, a little bit of fresh air, to get out, move your body outside. I'm very, very impressed with your perseverance. Starting to walk outside with a walker and just being like, I got to do this.
yes,
You definitely had a lot of perseverance in this journey, and I am so proud of you. Now you're able to walk 2.5 miles a day. You're able to get on the ground and play with your grandkids, which I know is so important to you.
mhm,
Um, and just quality of life. It skyrockets once you stop having so much pain and inflammation.
yes.
Um, that's wonderful. Um, So let's talk a little bit about how you got these results. You got amazing results, right? We talked about losing 48 pounds, dropping from a size 16 to a size 8, reducing your blood pressure, and potentially your next doctor's appointment getting off meds, reversing type 2 diabetes. These are all and get really reducing that pain and inflammation. These are all incredible results. How did you get them? Especially because you hate cooking.
Well, I actually had come across, the HMM program,
Hmm.
homemade method, and I found it to be very interesting when I watched, a little, video, and I was like, "Well, they look like fun." In, you know, uh, when it came to cooking, I was like, it looked like they were having fun, you
Oh,
know?
I love that. Yeah.
And then everything just looked really good, and I was like, "Alright, I'm gonna give this a shot." And I tried the 21-day, reset program, and I was determined that I was gonna make every single meal that was in that program. Well, I found myself really overwhelmed. Um, I did accomplish it, but I found myself like, um, kitchen total disaster,
Yeah.
everything looking like, "You're really gonna eat that?" Because it really didn't look very appealing when I finished making it, but
Yeah.
it tasted delicious, so I was like, "Okay, alright, let's go back and we're gonna join the program. We're gonna pick a couple of things for breakfast, you know, maybe some things for lunch and for dinner. We're just going to cut it all back a little bit and then just make enough to last the week. So that's basically how I started. Was just like simplifying. I mean, at first I did. I really was okay, we're just going to make all this food.
Yeah. I love it.
um
I think a lot of times when people join, they like kind of have this idea that like all or nothing. I've got to make a change. I'm miserable right now. And so
yes.
they dive in 100%. And they're like, way too much.
Yes.
And then you did exactly what we generally coach people to do, which is scale it way back. Like you do not have to do this 100%. Like pump the brakes. Let's walk before we run. And let's even crawl before we walk.
Yes.
Like maybe shoot for 2 or 3 recipes a week that will make a positive difference. And so I love that you were able to do that and just kind of batch cook some of these recipes out so you're not having to cook fresh at every meal because you don't enjoy cooking. Like make it work for you. I love that. And but you're still getting nourishing meals in on a consistent basis. And the proof is in the pudding. Like your results speak for themselves. Like you do not need to be 100% perfect and like doing every single recipe that we throw at you. You can slow down, and as long as you do this with time and consistency, you will see positive results.
Yes. Yes, you will. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I'm so proud of you. How does cooking or recipes feel like for someone that doesn't like cooking? Like I'm very curious.
Um, well, when I first started, I mean, there were many things that I just didn't really know how to do. Um,
Totally.
and didn't really have the tools to do them, so if you were gonna make uh, like use zucchini to use for a pasta, I was there, with the knife trying to,
Yeah, you're trying to cut those little tiny noodles.
right.
Totally. Yeah.
Um, and I mean, I still really haven't invested in too many appliances or anything.
Yeah.
Um, but I also found, it's like, oh, I can sit and I can, it's no hurry.
I love
J-
that.
You know, I could start something, or I could maybe just put all my ingredients out on the counter and then come back in a little bit and okay, now we're gonna prepare a few things and then put
Yeah.
them, you know, sometimes the night before, or I might even prepare some chopping or something, and then the next day, okay, well, then we'll deal with putting it
Yeah.
together or cooking it or that type of thing.
I love this. You found a rhythm that works for you, but
Mhm.
you're also still kind of staying ahead of the game by having some things prepped on hand. So you're not having to like hunger strikes and then all of a sudden you're like, now I have to cook 1,000 things and it's going to take me 3 hours. Like you don't get into that stressful mode. You're just like slow and steady wins the race. And that's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
much, very much how you've been able to keep going and have these incredible results. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, if there's anything else you want to share, I think this is about sums it up. I feel like we've told your story. How are you feeling, Lydia?
I feel really good. I really love the program. Um, it has been an incredible help as far as giving me a direction and the tools that I need in order to eat in a healthy way and in order to heal my body with what I'm putting into it. It just is incredible in that sense because now I actually look forward to making the meals and I've seen results. And the other thing is the community.
Mm,
That part is just when I first started posting things, I was just like totally overwhelmed with the support and the kindness and caring that people showed one another in this
yeah.
program. Just um for everyone from the team itself to the people that belong, it's just it really has touched my heart. It, it's such an encouraging, positive experience, and the program is really wonderful. I mean, I can't really say enough about that. I can't. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You're gonna make me cry. Ugh, getting misty over here. Thank you so much. It's such sweet words. You honestly like show up with so much positivity, empathy, and compassion towards other members in the group, and it's really plays into creating a culture and safe space that helps guide people through some like really challenging times, right? Like so many of our members are experiencing like a lot of trauma that accompanies like poor health, whether it's their own or their partners and other family members. Also just like life tossing you curveballs, right?
Mhm.
So it really it speaks volumes about how you show up. You definitely provide a beautiful, wonderful light in our community. So thank you so much for joining me today, Lydia. We so appreciate it. We're gonna sign off and say goodbye.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.